Greetings. I'm your host, Glen Alex, and this is the Glen Alex Show, the 2023 Positive Change Award winner in health and wellness and finalist in psychology. And each episode of the Glen Alex Show focuses on a different aspect of health because I believe in total health. You are a whole and all of you matter. You are a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual being, and all of you factor into your health. And I am on a mission to help you be joyful, connected, confident, and complete the life experience I call WELLTH, WELLTH, which is health plus other riches. And if more of us were on that journey, I am convinced that the world would be safer and loving for everyone. So please join us on this journey and stay tuned for this episode of the Glen Alex Show on unleashing your creativity for health.
Welcome to the Glen Alex Show, where your health matters, set your mind, let it flow. Joyful, connected, confident, complete. Let Glen Alex help you back on your feet. The Glen Alex Show.
Please help me welcome my guest, Keldamuzik, to talk about unleashing your creativity for better health. Hi, Kelda.
Hello, Glenn. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for making time. I know you are a busy, busy lady.
Never too busy to talk about mental health and women's health and your well-being.
Okay, you're preaching to the choir. Okay. How about you take a minute and just tell everybody what you do, all the different things you're involved in?
Yes, so I'm a music artist, actress, talk show host, and also a fashion designer. I have my own line of berets called Tams,
Okay.
and also a producer, entrepreneur. I have my own digital marketing, media marketing company
Okay.
called Diggs Media Group.
Okay.
So yeah, I pretty much kind of do it all within the entertainment industry.
I see that your hands are in a little bit of everything, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I just
Well,
love staying busy.
what led you to your work?
I've been doing this since I was a kid, from acting, modeling, school, being in plays, taking vocal lessons, writing poetry, and it just led up to me actually taking this seriously in 2005.
Okay.
And that's when I took myself seriously as a hip hop artist, because again, I was writing so much poetry. So from there, I just met up with a couple producers, produced a whole album with an independent label called Squad Music Group. My first album was called Shut Up Listen. And I was doing my thing, doing shows and, popping up here, making appearances. And from there, things just took off.
Okay, awesome. Well, congratulations on all of your accomplishments.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a lot that you do.
Hmm.
How do you stay balanced?
You know what? I make myself a certain schedule. Well, I make myself a schedule, and I have my team help me manage my schedule. Like, okay, today you're gonna be doing nothing but interviews. Tomorrow you have an appearance, at these two clubs, and then a performance later. Okay, Thursday you're gonna be on set for the Hodges. So everything just kind of it just kind of all falls into place. Um, it's like when you love what you do, you kind of just your mind just mentally ensures that your schedule is going to be on point, put together, and you're not going to miss a thing. And that's how it is.
Okay. Well, absolutely being organized is
Hmm.
very helpful in being productive, and especially with all the things you do, that's really helpful. I'm wondering how you stay balanced in terms of rest, relaxation, downtime.
Oh, yeah. One thing about me, I have to have sleep, even if it's a 25-minute nap, a power nap. But definitely, I need to, at night, I need to at least get about 6 to 7 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Of course, my dream, is to have more than that. But not too long ago, I was hosting an event and I came home and I told myself, I'm going to hibernate for the next 15 hours. And once I hit the pillow, it was around 7 p.m. I didn't wake up the next day till about 11 a.m.
Holy moly.
Yeah, yeah. But I felt so refreshed, but my body was tired. My mind was, everything was just tired. And when your body needs rest,
Yes.
because the second you lay down, you close your eyes, and when you fall asleep that quick, it means you need to catch up.
Yes. Yes. And without good restorative sleep, every area of health is negatively impacted.
That's right. That's right. It'll show through your face
Hmm.
if you've been working too hard and not having enough rest. It'll show through your lack of energy. It'll show through your conversations that you have with people. If you're just really just tired, down and out, and it could even cause depression and
Yes.
anxiety. And these are just certain parts of your body that's just telling you need to take a break. You've heard of certain artists that pass out on stage,
Hmm.
and their whole thing is, I'm being overworked, I'm not getting enough rest. After my concert, I have to do a signing, and after that I have to go to the radio station, make an appearance, and then I only have like an hour to myself, and I gotta shoot to Germany the next day from New York. So your schedule, your schedule's busy, but like you said, it's all about management. And if you let your team know, hey, I'm only one human being here, I'm not an octopus, I can't do everything at once, I
Right.
can't be everywhere at once, I need some rest. And yeah, and again, your body will tell you if you have to. That's how people have, breakdowns
Yes.
and end up in the hospital because they're not listening to their body. They keep working and working.
Yes. Or their digestive system goes wonky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. Well, other than getting adequate sleep, what are some of the challenges you face and how do you deal with them?
Yeah, well, definitely. I have anxiety, and how I normally deal with that is I take deep breaths. I kind of do some sort of meditation. I want to get more into that
Hmm.
eventually. But another thing that I do is I just lay down, and I love on YouTube. I either go on YouTube or I use the Calm app, and I
Okay.
listen to the rain, and that relaxes me. Like that, I'll sleep like a baby when I listen to the rain. And I have a certain type of rain I like to listen to. I like listening to light rain, like it's sprinkling, but you could still hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I use that a lot for relaxation.
Okay. Well, how about being on the go as much nutritionally? How does that impact you?
Yeah. So whenever I travel, I try not to eat heavy. I try to, uh, for breakfast, have, maybe an apple or orange, just a piece of fruit and maybe a piece of toast. And
Okay.
lunch, sometimes I'll have a meatless salad. For me, like when I travel, I like to eat light. I don't like to eat heavy, because I like to be light on my feet.
Okay.
And um and it's worked out pretty well. If I ever do have like a heavy meal, it'll be, for dinner, right? Like,
Okay.
chicken and macaroni and cheese and some veggies. That's when I really load up heavy, on the carbs and the protein. But in the morning during the day, I keep it simple.
Okay.
And I also take women's multivitamins. That usually gets me going. And I also drink 1 cup of kava tea every day because that just not only does it relax you, but in a way it wakes your mind up still.
Okay.
It keeps you focused. Um, and then obviously, exercise is another good thing, or another thing that I try to do every day. I try to at least run for 30 to 45 minutes a day.
On a treadmill?
Yeah, on the treadmill.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, those sound like really good tips and health regimens to stay on
Yeah.
on balance.
Yeah, definitely. And those are things that I have to do because I kind of have like a weak immune system. I'm always getting sick, and then I have allergies too.
Okay.
So I have to do those things so that my body doesn't wear itself out. And then next thing you know, I'm like coughing and sneezing and, you know what I mean? Just
Yes.
not feeling like my normal self. So it's always best to get to know your body, understand your body. Some people don't do that. Some people are just like on the go all the time, waking up, drinking coffee, happy hour, having a couple drinks, and or people even smoke weed or cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And once your body becomes conditioned to your daily routine, that's what it is. And it's hard to break out of that sometimes. So that's why it's always good to develop a positive routine for your body because, hey, we're only human. You know what I mean? And we're aging by the minute, by the second. So whatever you put in your body is what's going to stick. And you need to be able to condition your body to know that, hey, you need to digest, you need to sweat when you work out, you need to feel good when you stretch, and you need to be able to go to sleep when you lay down.
Hmm. And I tell my clients that the body is wise. The body will tell
Yeah.
you if what you're doing is good or not for it. We just don't pay
Hmm.
attention.
Right.
Like, I have GI issues, so if I get an immediate reaction to a food, then that's probably not a good food for me, rather than following it, with some medication to alleviate the symptom of eating the food that's not good for me.
Yeah.
So the body's very wise, and you're right. It's about being aware
Hmm. Hmm.
and open to what the body is trying to communicate to us.
Exactly. Never ignore any negative symptoms that you're facing. You always want to get that checked out. Like, people call me like a hypochondriac, sometimes because if I feel like an ache in my arm, I'm going to call my doctor immediately and say, hey, what's going on?
Right.
You know? And they'll do an x-ray or do blood work. And they're like, oh, you're fine. But it doesn't hurt to listen to your body, even if you're having light symptoms of something. It doesn't hurt to still go get it checked out before it turns into something serious.
Right. It's better. I think it's better to know than not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Look at certain people who get seriously sick or those who end up passing away because they're not listening to the negative symptoms that your body's giving you,
Yeah.
and it's like, comes to find out later you've had this disease for a long time and you never got it checked because you just never thought it was that serious.
Right.
But you do have to. That's why, you have to see your doctor on a, quarterly basis or just whenever you feel something is wrong, get it checked out.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
something about it. Do some research on it.
Yes. Yes. I believe in
Mm-hmm.
diagnostics too. Now,
Mm-hmm.
how does anxiety present for you? For some people, it's just worry and overthinking. Some it's nervous energy, restlessness. For other people, it's a full-blown panic attack.
For me, it's just overthinking.
Okay.
And because of that, I can't sleep sometimes, and it'll be just the littlest things like, okay, am I gonna make it on time tomorrow to this event? Um, did the email go through? I didn't hear back from that person yet. just little things like that. And I become restless and
Okay.
overthink it. And, my heart will start racing
Yes.
really fast and palms sweaty. And that's when I get up and I start to lift weights and I stretch and I'll guzzle like 2 water bottles just to calm myself down. And, I see my doctor frequently. And, at first they're like, hey, well, maybe, we need to put you on some kind of medication. I said, no, I want a natural remedy. I
Mm-hmm.
want something that's naturally going to help me overcome the anxiety opposed to a quick fix
Right.
or opposed to just, a chemical in my body that I'm depending on that might cause worser symptoms for anxiety. So maybe, okay, if I'm taking this medication, maybe I'm not overthinking this time, but now maybe I'm more restless, or maybe I'm more hungry than ever. Okay, now I'm gaining weight. Now that's another issue. So yeah. So I always believe in doing everything organically and even taking supplements. There's really good supplements out there
Yes.
that you can take. And again, just exercising, sweating it out. And, what people have to understand is, exercise isn't always to lose weight, but really just to reduce stress,
Oh,
reduce
absolutely.
insomnia, reduce anxiety.
Ab-
Yeah.
Absolutely. Movement is one of the fastest ways to change your emotional state, and movement helps burn off that negative excess energy that's produced by anxiety.
Oh,
So,
yes.
yeah, I totally believe in that. Now, I have clients who are experiencing, I work with adults who experience anxiety and depression,
Hmm.
and most of them compare themselves to others.
Hmm.
And so they see people on social media, they see artists who go and perform, and they don't get nervous. They don't have
Hmm.
fears. That's what my clients believe. Is that
Hmm.
true?
No, that's not true. All of us get nervous before we stand before an audience, or even just being interviewed. We all get nervous. Um, we all just have some kind of fear because nothing's perfect. You know
Right.
what I mean? And there was a time where I was in a play in 2022 called How Black Mothers Say I Love You, and that was my first time ever being in a play. And I remember, thinking to myself, okay, this isn't film where you can cut, redo it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're able to make mistakes. But I remember the director of the play. She said, "Whatever comes out of your mouth is gonna come out of your mouth." And I'm just like,
Okay.
well, I was like, well, what if the whole thing, like everything just bad comes out of my mouth? And she was like, you can do it. But I remember I was really, really nervous at first. But then when I stepped on the scene, just mentally, I just relaxed because your body turns off that nervousness. It's more about the anticipation, right? The
Mm-hmm.
preparation and again, overthinking what's happen or what's not going to happen. But once you're on, cameras on you, spotlights on you, all eyes are on you, you just don't want to let people down and you don't want to let yourself down.
Right.
So yes, no, entertainers, we do get nervous before we hit the stage, on set, everything, because people have high expectations from you. And the second you mess up or you miss something, you're already letting one person down. Of course, you're letting yourself down, but you're letting already one person down who's, spent money to come see you, take the time out to come see you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it could be nerve wracking sometimes.
So is it fair to say that artists and performers get anxious and nervous, yet they manage it well?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they definitely manage it well, and that's why we have therapists because you do need someone to talk to who's either been in your shoes or who knows how to help you control that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's better than resorting to taking medication because again, that could cause worse symptoms. So you just have to find ways to deal with it or find ways to just, manage it to where, okay, this is how you feel inside, but others can't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And yeah, and so the best thing for me is just to always stretch and exercise so I'm already pumped up before I'm live anywhere. And for me, that just reduces a lot of anxiety.
Okay. Okay. Now, do you see the challenges, the issues with balancing career and travel and rest and anxiety? Is there a difference for you among women?
Yeah, there's definitely a difference among women, especially, all the things that we go through as a woman, what our body goes through on a daily basis. Uh, I will say that when traveling, I don't think too much about my anxiety. When everything's busy around me, I'm more calm. But when it's quiet, like you hear voices in your head like telling you what to do, what not to do, or hey, you shouldn't have done this, or hey, you should do more of this. Like you just have time to think when you're alone.
Yes.
And sometimes that's not always good because you're overthinking
Yes.
and there's no one there to tell you, hey, you're okay. So sometimes, yeah, that happens to me during trips. And I always feared of, having like a nervous breakdown on the plane for no reason. And knock on wood, that's never happened.
Right?
That's never happened. But the reason why I felt that way is because I do have anxiety. And, when it occurs, um, others can't see it, but I feel it. But it's just you worry about the anxiety so much that you think other people can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You think other people can see you sweat. You think other people can see your heart
Right.
beating real fast, or you shaking or being restless. Um, but yeah, for the most part, I've been able to cover it up in public to where when people are just like, we don't see you as someone who has anxiety. We don't see you as someone who's, restless or even lazy or really sleepy. I'm like, yeah, that's me sometimes. Yeah. Hey, we're only human. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that says a lot about you to be able to manage it
Yeah,
and
yeah,
manage it well. And and
yeah.
and and that for me is an example of mental health is not the absence of problems.
Correct.
Some of my clients think that because they're having difficulty adjusting to a new job or a new home, that
Hmm.
something's wrong with them. No, mental health is
No,
how well you respond to problems.
exactly. Your body is alert. It's aware that you're making a change in your life.
Yes.
And that's a good thing because now your body is working on adjusting to that new lifestyle or your new schedule, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. It just means that your body is working, your body's healthy, your body is aware of every motion that you're going through. So
Right.
yeah, yeah.
And for me, that awareness is empowering because if we're not paying attention, then that eliminates our choices.
Yes, yes. And you always should pay attention to any signs your body, especially as a woman. You know what I mean? Like we go through so much as we get older or even when you're younger. And you can't just ignore any symptoms that you face, anything.
Right.
Uh for a while, like uh, I've had problems with being just really restless and doing multiple things at once when really I should just concentrate on one thing. And my therapist told me, she said, what did she say? She was like, you just need to calm down, slow down when you talk, think and process everything you do one at a time. And that's when she told me, she said, I think you have ADHD. And of course, she tried to prescribe me Adderall, and I said, no. I said I could work this out on my own.
Okay.
And that's the thing. You can't always take what's being advised because
Mm,
again, your body better
yes.
than anyone else.
Yes.
So for some people have to use medication to feel better or to calm down. And then there's other people that use other remedies, like we just discussed,
Right.
meditation, exercise, and drinking more water. But I don't fault people who do have to take medication for anxiety or depression because, especially when you lose loved ones or if you had a traumatizing experience in
Mm-hmm.
life that you just can't get over, then sometimes medication will work for you in that respect.
Oh, absolutely. Medication is appropriate in some cases.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, now, I I believe that every human being has innate talents and gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that if more people were to tap into that part of themselves that comes from their personal truth, then the world would be a better place. So,
Sure.
how do you suggest people tap into their innate creativity?
Uh, it's all about coming upon it accidentally, not on purpose. It's all about engaging in certain activities that you've never experienced before.
Okay.
And from there, that's what inspires you to want to either pursue it further and keep going, or you move on to the next activity. But
Okay.
it's all about stumbling upon it than trying to look for um,
Oh,
uh, a creative art or whatever you're trying to pursue. You don't know that you're good at this until you try it, right? And
right.
then if you end up liking it, why would you stop? You could become a pro at this, right?
Okay.
So even yeah, when you're older, sometimes you don't have to be nurtured or molded into something that your parents want you to be.
Hmm.
You could do something on your own, even if it's at a later start, but at least you have a passion for it. And at
Right.
least you know you're going to be good at it.
Okay. So you're suggesting people stay open and present.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Stay open, welcome anything, as long as you know it's not, bad for you, but welcome anything. Uh, my mom was in a couple plays before, and she didn't know she wanted to be in plays. She was just trying to get her bachelor's degree, and hey, you have to take what is it, like extracurricular activities or whatever kind of classes.
Hmm.
And she took a theater class and ended up liking it
Okay.
and ended up pursuing theater and getting in the entertainment industry herself because she liked it. So I think that's a good habit to develop, is to be open and trying something new.
And not seeing it as, I don't know, a ding against your self-worth if it doesn't fit.
Right, right,
Some
right.
people are afraid to even try to do something because they can't guarantee that it'll work out. And if it doesn't work out, then they see themselves as a failure. It's a learning curve.
It's a learning curve. And speaking of which, you know um, school's not for everyone, right?
Hmm.
Of course, it's mandatory to graduate high school so that you could get, the basic jobs in life, right? But college is not for everyone.
Right.
I tried to go to college. I gave it a try. I said, you know what? Let me do this because this is what you're supposed to do in life, right? If you want to elevate and just move forward in life. And I just said, you know what? School's not for me. I don't have that kind of discipline. I don't have the kind of patience. And if there's something that you really don't like, if you don't have something that you want to pursue in college, then it's kind of like, do what makes you happy, do what you love, do what's gonna not give you anxiety,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
that's exactly what I did. And I pursued arts. And that's what makes me happy. That's what calms my anxiety. It's, an escape from reality.
Okay.
And it's something that I can't see myself not doing, whereas if I'm in school and I try to get my bachelor's degree and, start working for a company, I know I'm going to be unhappy.
Not for
I know I'm
everybody.
not. Exactly. It's just not for everyone.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Now tell us
Mhm.
a little bit about your show.
Yes. So I have two shows. One's a podcast called Diva Talk, which is, on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes. And then I have a talk show called Diva Talk Tonight, which is on Tubi.
Okay.
And yes, that was established actually earlier last year. There's 12 episodes on there, and it's an entertainment talk show. So similar to Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, where I'm just interviewing guests,
Okay.
and we talk about their background. And it's mostly, yes, people in the entertainment industry. I tried to bring on other people, but it kind of just didn't balance out, and I kind of lost my audience. And so that's why I have the podcast. The podcast is just an open platform for anyone.
Okay.
But the talk show is mainly for people in the entertainment industry.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Mm.
You are so easygoing and so wise. I could talk to you all day.
Oh, thank you, Glenn.
I know we don't have all day, but I do appreciate what you shared, your
Thank you.
tips, your insights, your experiences. If you could wrap creativity and health up in one nugget, what would that be?
Um, Geez. Gosh, I had to wrap it up.
It's okay.
I actually don't have an answer for that.
Okay. Fair enough.
I have too many answers that I can't put it all into one. But all
Oh,
I could say
is that the overthinking?
it possibly is the overthinking. Yes.
Okay, to say the first thing that comes to your mind about
Stay true.
creativity and health.
Stay true to yourself.
Okay.
Stay true to yourself. Always believe. And the more good energy you put out is what you're going to receive.
Okay.
Even if it's later in life, something great happens to you, it's because of the energy that you've put out the good energy that you've put out for so many years to people and things that you do without even trying. It's just because you're a good person. So
Okay.
always remain a good person.
Okay. I love that. I love that a lot. Okay. So how can people contact you? Where can they find out about your clothing line, all of your endeavors?
Yes, I have a website. It's keldamuzik.com. That's KELDAMUZIK.com. That's where you can stay updated on all my latest music, projects, TV, film, Tams berets, everything and anything.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your wisdom.
Thank you so much, Glenn. You have a great one.
I will, you too. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Glen Alex Show. We hope you learned how creativity can enhance mental and overall health. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Refresh your spirit with a nourishing thought.
Please allow me to leave you with this nourishing thought. Wayne Dyer said, "Everything that's created comes out of silence. Your very essence emerged from emptiness. All creativity requires some stillness." And Tina Turner said, "If you are unhappy with anything, whatever is bringing you down, get rid of it, because you'll find that when you're free, your true creativity, your true self comes out." And you know what? I completely agree with both Tina and Wayne, because they are talking about tapping into your personal truth. I am my most creative, writing, organizing, developing, designing, when I am still, which is freedom from worry and lament. Though my mind races with ideas frequently, it's only with a silent mind that my creative notions become reality. Your personal truth is revealed in silence and stillness. And your personal truth is home to your intuition, to your core values, to your resilience, to your self-worth and to your innate gifts and talents. Not only is creativity an expression of your personal truth, it's a crucial element in total health. So by tapping into your natural creativity, you enhance your health because you're present. The time and space where anxiety and depression either don't exist or don't overwhelm. So if you wish to be creative, then get quiet and be still. To learn more about your personal truth and health, please visit glenalex.com to read my blogs, order your copy of my 3-time award-winning book, Living in Total Health, and to book your complimentary consultation with me. Then tune in to the next episode of The Glen Alex Show. And until next time, be well.